Scentland, the land of scent. Hello and welcome, it's Chris back with yet another fragrance review coming to you from the Villany wine region in the south of Hungary, okay? Mostly red wine is being harvested and made here. It's a lot of local grape sorts and variations, and many international ones as well. So that makes for a good cuvee, okay? A cuvee which is basically a marriage between different sorts of grapes into one great blend, and that directly leads over to this fragrance I'm going to be introducing to you today, with its wonderful green colored bottle. Perfectly fits into the vineyards behind me, right? A fragrance by the house of Alain Delon, you know, my favorite personality, my favorite actor, Alain Delon. This has been recently released, I think 4 or 5 years back. Alain Delon Seducteur, okay? Seducteur, which I don't really like the name, the seducer, okay? But if you look at Alain Delon, really that's also what he was all his entire life. So, okay, let's say it's the name fits the image, put it that way. Okay, so the bottle itself is very interesting because this was the original Samurai bottle. Alain Delon Samurai fragrance has been released in '95, and they used this bottle without any color, and the juice inside was blue, just like the sky. Okay, so today Samurai meets Seducteur. Okay, even in the background with the blue sky and the green hills, vineyards. Okay, so what is Seducteur all about, and what about my intro about the great blend of notes? Okay, it is, although it's not everybody's cup of tea, including my beloved wife, okay? And I'm gonna tell you why. So this fragrance is now being produced by Lalique. The Lalique group took over the Alain Delon brand, okay? And as I say, released a few years back. And how does it smell? According to my wife, it smells like her grandma's old leather handbag, okay? Which to me is actually a fairly good indication, because it has some good old days classiness about it, but it has a modern twist to it as well. I'm gonna tell you the note breakdown here. There's this initial freshness of bergamot in there, but immediately pairs up with cassis and basil. So you have a green type of scenario coming at you. And then in the mid notes, the hard notes are very interesting, because it's a very, very unusual composition, a very unusual marriage of notes, which is peach, rose, and saffron, okay? Which is very, very unusual. Add to that a little bit of patchouli and tonka in the dry down, and you will definitely say that this is something that you don't smell every day, especially in regards to really the combination of the peach, the rose, and the saffron. I have not seen these three notes blended like this ever before, okay? And especially peach in a male fragrance, because peach used to be used in fragrances, in the women's fragrances of mostly of the 80s, okay? You had this very prominent peach note, and in the early 90s that was fresh, but it gave the fragrance a sort of structure and a body which was fruity, but not your easygoing fruitiness, okay? And pair that up with rose and patchouli and saffron, most of all, it really gives you plus the basil and the cassis, and so it really gives you a sensation that, and a smell that you have not smelled before. It smells, it doesn't smell dated, but it obviously seems to be still smelling a little bit dated, according to some people, okay? To my nose, it smells definitely something that would fit the image of Alain Delon of the 80s, okay? Which is something that I find very brave to release these days, and I think this is still around. The market for this is mostly Turkey, interestingly, the Spanish-speaking countries, and I've seen this around in Brazil as well. Okay, so it's not easy to purchase this one, but it's still out there, and it has a flanker called Seducteur Rebelle as well, which is more about a sweet tobacco. I'm going to review that separately as well, sometime when the time is right and the atmosphere is fitting. Okay, so Alain Delon Seducteur, a modern release by the house of Alain Delon, Parfum Alain Delon, but a true reflection of the Alain Delon image of the 1980s. Okay, and a very special blend, great for collectors and great for people who love unusual. This is probably the best fitting word, unusual blending with peach, cassis, basil, rose and saffron. So in terms of performance, wonderful. The bottle is absolutely super gorgeous. Okay, performance great. Sillage projection are actually huge. When I spray this at home in our apartment, my wife goes crazy and opens all the windows. Okay, that's the scenario. And longevity perfect also. So great quality. And I did a review on this before, but I think I was too quick reviewing it without using it for a longer period. So I'm going to take those reviews of Rebelle, of Seducteur and Seducteur Rebelle off, and going to reintroduce them to my friends and subscribers out there in order for me to be able to get you a better overall impression of Parfum Alain Delon Seducteur. Okay, thanks very much. It was Chris, and obviously as much as a great and very special blend this is, you have the blends of this wonderful wine region here as well. Mostly, you know, I like some easygoing wines, but in the evening, a nice great big cuvee with some Cabernet Franc, Cabernet Sauvignon, maybe a Merlot, maybe a Blaufränkisch in there, that makes up for a really robust, complex taste and smell, just like Alain Delon Seducteur. Ok, merci beaucoup et je vous en prie, mes amis. Hein? Enjoy the view. Hillside Villa in Hungary.